Here's something weird that nobody talks about. Look at your bank account right now. How much do you have saved? If you're like most people watching this, it's probably somewhere between $2,000 and $8,000. Maybe you've hit $10,000 a couple times, but then something happened and it dropped back down. Now here's the really weird part. Your friend who makes $45,000 a year, they probably have about the same amount saved as you do, making $65,000. Your coworker making $80,000, also roughly the same amount. It's like there's this invisible ceiling that everyone hits, regardless of how much they actually earn. And once you hit it, you just stay there for years, sometimes decades. This is what I call the 50K plateau, and it's not actually about hitting $50,000 in savings, though some people do. It's about hitting a financial sticking point where your net worth just stops growing no matter what you do. And the really frustrating part? The strategies that got you to the plateau are the exact same strategies keeping you stuck there. My name is Brenda, and I spend way too much time thinking about why people get trapped at specific wealth levels and can't seem to break through no matter how hard they try. If you're someone who feels like you're doing everything right, you're making decent money, you're not blowing it on stupid stuff, but somehow your net worth just isn't growing the way you thought it would, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Because what I'm about to show you isn't just work harder or make more money. It's about understanding why these plateaus exist, what's really keeping you stuck, and the specific mindset shifts and tactical changes that actually break you through to the next level. Let me start by showing you this is a real, measurable phenomenon and not just me making stuff up. According to data from the Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances, the median net worth for Americans in their 30s is about $45,000. For Americans in their 40s, it's $135,000. And here's what's wild. About 60% of people in their 30s have a net worth between $20,000 and $70,000. They're all clustered around the same range, despite having wildly different incomes. Someone making $45,000 and someone making $75,000 often have nearly identical net worths. How is that possible? It's possible because wealth accumulation isn't linear. It's not like you earn money and automatically get wealthier. There are these invisible barriers that act like gates, and most people get stuck at the first gate and never figure out how to unlock it. The first major plateau happens around $50,000 in total net worth. Some people define it slightly differently. Maybe it's $30K for some or $75K for others, but there's definitely a cluster point where most people get stuck. And here's the part that's going to make you uncomfortable. The reason you're stuck probably has nothing to do with your income and everything to do with your financial operating system. Let me show you exactly how this happens, because once you see the mechanics, the whole thing becomes obvious. Let's say you're 28 years old, making $58,000 a year. You're doing pretty well. You save about $400 a month, which is roughly 8% of your gross income. That's better than most people, honestly. At this rate, you accumulate about $4,800 per year. After 5 years, you should have $24,000 saved, right? Except you don't. You have maybe $12,000. What happened to the other $12,000? Life happened. Your car needed new tires. You had to fly home for a family emergency. You moved and needed a security deposit. Your laptop died. You went to 3 weddings in 1 year and had to buy gifts and travel. These aren't frivolous expenses. They're just life. But they're eating half your savings. So instead of accumulating $24,000 in 5 years, you accumulated $12,000. Now you're 33 and you get a raise. You're making $68,000 now. Great! Surely now you can save more. Except your rent went up because you moved to a nicer place in a better neighborhood. Your car is older, so maintenance costs more. You have more expenses because your life has expanded to match your income. You're now saving $600 per month instead of $400, which feels like progress. But your annual life happens expenses also increased from $2,400 to $3,600 because you're living a slightly more expensive lifestyle. Net result? You're still accumulating about $3,600 per year in actual net worth growth. At 38, you've got maybe $30,000 saved. At 43, maybe $50,000. And then you just stay there. Because at this level, every time you save up to $55,000 or $60,000, something expensive happens. The HVAC breaks, you need dental work, your kid needs braces, whatever. You're stuck on the plateau, not because you're bad with money, but because you're playing the same game you've always played, and that game has a built-in ceiling. Here's what most people don't realize about why these plateaus are so sticky. Your brain adapts to your current wealth level and treats it as the new normal. When you had $5,000 saved, that felt like a lot. You felt secure. But once you've had $50,000 for a while, it stops feeling like a lot. It becomes your new baseline. And once something becomes your baseline, your brain stops treating it as special. This is called hedonic adaptation, and it's the same reason lottery winners usually aren't happier a year after winning. Your brain adapts to the new normal and recalibrates what feels like enough. Here's where this becomes a real problem financially. When you had $5,000 saved, you were careful about large purchases because you didn't want to lose your buffer. But once you have $50,000, a $2,000 expense doesn't feel as threatening. You've got room, right? So you become slightly less careful. You say yes to things you would have said no to before. Not consciously, it's just that your risk tolerance has shifted because your baseline has shifted. I know someone, let's call her Jennifer, who spent 5 years building her savings from zero to $45,000. She was disciplined, tracked every expense, said no to things, really hustled. Then something weird happened. She hit $45,000 and just stopped making progress. For 3 years, her savings bounced between $43,000 and $48,000, but never broke through $50,000. When we looked at her spending, nothing had dramatically changed, but lots of little things had shifted. She was less likely to comparison shop for insurance. She'd buy something without checking if it was on sale first. She'd order delivery instead of cooking maybe once more per week than before. Individually, these were tiny changes. Collectively, they were costing her about $350 per month in extra spending. That's $4,200 per year, which was almost exactly the amount she should have been accumulating. She'd unconsciously relaxed her discipline once she hit a number that felt comfortable. The plateau captured her. Here's where it gets really interesting and honestly kind of frustrating. Most people at the plateau have built an identity around being responsible with money. They're not big spenders, they're savers. They're the financially smart one in their friend group. And that identity becomes a trap because it prevents them from seeing what's really holding them back. If you see yourself as good with money, then when you're stuck at $50K for 3 years, you can't identify the problem as your financial behavior. It must be something external. You don't make enough money, the economy is bad, rent is too high, whatever. But here's the truth that's hard to hear. The behaviors that got you to 50K are not the same behaviors that will get you to 150K. And if you can't update your strategies, you'll stay stuck. Think about it like fitness. The workout routine that took you from couch potato to running a 5K is not the same routine that will get you to run a marathon. You need to level up your training. Same with money. The skip the daily latte and pack your lunch advice that helped you save your first 10K is not going to build serious wealth. You need different strategies for different levels. So how do you actually break through? Let me give you the specific shifts that work because I've seen people do this. Shift 1. Stop optimizing pennies, start optimizing systems. When you're building your first 10K or 20K, cutting small expenses makes sense, but once you hit the plateau, you're already pretty optimized on the small stuff. Your leverage isn't in finding a cheaper phone plan. Your leverage is in increasing income or making structural changes. Let me show you the math. Let's say you spend 2 hours researching to save $20 per month on car insurance. That's $240 per year, which is great, but you spent 2 hours to get it. What if you spent those same 2 hours negotiating a $3,000 raise? That's $250 per month or $3,000 per year, more than 10x the return for the same time investment. At the plateau, your time is better spent on high leverage activities, negotiating salary, building skills that increase your market value, starting a side income stream, not clipping coupons. Shift 2. Automate the gap. Here's what usually happens. You get a raise from $58K to $68K. That's $10,000 more per year, or about $6,500 after taxes. You think, great, now I'll save more. But you don't consciously allocate that extra money. It just kind of diffuses into your spending. Your lifestyle expands slightly and absorbs it. The breakthrough strategy is to automate the gap before your lifestyle can expand. The day your raise takes effect, increase your automatic investment contributions by the full after-tax amount of the raise. You were living on $58K before, you can keep living on $58K. The extra $6,500 goes straight to investments automatically before you ever see it or can spend it. This is how you break through. You don't let lifestyle expansion eat your income growth. Shift 3. Change your peer group. This is going to sound harsh, but if everyone in your social circle has roughly the same net worth you do, you're probably stuck in an equilibrium. Your spending habits, your financial priorities, your sense of what's normal, all of it is being constantly reinforced by the people around you. If everyone you know has $50K saved and thinks that's pretty good, you'll think that's pretty good too. You need exposure to people who are at the next level, not to feel inadequate, but to recalibrate your sense of what's possible and normal. This doesn't mean dumping your friends. It means intentionally seeking out environments, online communities, meetups, whatever, where the baseline financial behavior is more advanced than yours. Now, I know what you're thinking. Brenda, you're basically telling me to earn more and save more. Groundbreaking advice. No, I'm telling you that the plateau exists because you're still using the strategies that got you there. You're still thinking about money the same way, making decisions the same way, viewing yourself the same way. Breaking through requires a fundamental shift in how you approach wealth building. It's not about trying harder at the same game. It's about realizing you're playing the wrong game. Here's a concrete example. Let's say you're stuck at $55,000 in net worth. You make $72,000 a year. Traditional advice is cut expenses and save more. But you're already pretty lean. You're not buying designer clothes or taking expensive vacations. Where exactly are you supposed to cut? The plateau breaking approach says stop focusing on cutting $200 per month in expenses. Focus on adding $1,000 per month in income. That's a bigger lift, yes, but it's also the only way to break through. Could you learn a skill that's worth $20,000 more in the job market? Could you freelance in your area of expertise for 5 hours a week at $50 an hour? Could you build something, anything, that generates even $500 per month in passive income? These are different questions than where can I cut my grocery bill? And they lead to different outcomes. All right, here's exactly what you do if you're stuck on the plateau. Step 1, calculate your actual wealth accumulation rate. Take your current net worth and divide it by the number of years you've been working. If you're 33 and have $40,000 saved after 10 years of work, your rate is $4,000 per year. That's your baseline. Step 2, Figure out what rate you need to hit your goals. Want to have $500,000 by age 50? Work backward. If you're 30 now, that's 20 years, you need to average $25,000 per year in wealth accumulation. How far off are you from that rate? Step 3, identify whether your bottleneck is income or spending. If you're making $50K and living on $48K, your bottleneck is income. If you're making $80K and living on $78K, your bottleneck is probably spending creep. Step 4, make one structural change, not a small optimization, a real change. Negotiate a significant raise, change jobs for higher pay, start a side business, move to a lower cost of living area, sell a car and go down to one. Something that shifts the fundamentals, not the details. Step 5, lock in the gains. Whatever money you free up from that structural change, automate it into investments immediately. Don't give yourself the chance to absorb it into spending. Look, here's the thing about plateaus that makes them so frustrating. You feel like you're doing everything right. You're not being reckless, you're not making obvious mistakes, you're being responsible. And you are. The problem isn't that you're doing things wrong. The problem is that you're still doing the things that worked at the previous level, and they don't work anymore. Getting from 0 to 50K requires discipline and consistency. Getting from 50K to $200,000 requires leverage and structural change. Different game, different rules. The math is pretty clear. If you stay stuck at the plateau, your net worth will basically flatline for years, maybe decades. Every dollar you should be accumulating gets eaten by lifestyle creep, emergency expenses, and the feeling that you've made it enough to relax a little. But if you break through, if you make the structural changes and maintain discipline at the new level, the compounding accelerates dramatically. Going from 50K to 100K is easier than going from 0 to 50K. Going from 100K to 250K is easier still because now your money is doing real work. So here's your challenge. Identify which plateau you're stuck on. Be honest about how long you've been there. Then make one major change this month that could shift your trajectory. Not a small tweak, a real change. Because the plateau isn't permanent. It just feels that way when you keep doing the same things and expecting different results. If this video helped you realize you've been stuck on a plateau without knowing it, smash that like button and subscribe because we're going to keep breaking down the invisible barriers that keep people from building real wealth. Now go figure out what structural change will break you through to the next level. Your future net worth depends on it.